When I say Arainamar spear, most people would think of Bagan, or Anorata king, or Jansitha, or maybe even Manisanda. The Arainamar spear is one of the most important weapons in Myanmar history, and some aspects of the spear remain a mystery to this very day. So in this week's episode of Mystery Miners, we will be covering the topic of the Arainamar spear. In fact, researchers say that the Arainamar spear did not date back to the Bagan period, but dates back to the time of the Banda Du Sechamin period. He had a treasured spear called Arainamar, and one day, for some reason, a demigod broke the sword. There, the tip of the sword pierced Indra's jade mattress, leaving Indra with a newly created Arainamar spear. Therefore, the people from long ago said that the Arainamar spear was not an ordinary spear, but a weapon made by the Indra himself. Historians say that during the Khittiya period, it was King Dudabao who was the first to receive the Arainamar spear from Indra. When King Dudabao passed away, the spear eventually disappeared. The disappearance is said to have taken place after the demise of King Dudabao. The next king, that was King Dudaran, and Ngayeja, they were not on good terms, and the Ngayeja took the Arainamar spear and left for Dagaon. Historians say that the Arainamar spear disappeared for 6 dynasties after the death of King Dudabao and was recovered from a hunter only during the reign of King Thirisan. When King Thirisan passed away, his son, King Thirira, succeeded to the throne, and he gave the spear to his adopted son called Ngadaba, who was also the army commander. According to historians, Ngadaba used the Arainamar spear to defend the country and fight the Chinese. Thus, during the reign of King Thirira, Ngadaba became king, succeeding the Arainamar spear, and after King Ngadaba passed away, his son Papiran succeeded to the throne along with the Arainamar spear. But after the palace where King Papiran lived burned down, the spear was lost yet again. The Arainamar spear, which was lost during the reign of Papiran, reappeared many years later during the reign of Gonsang Jangpyu era in the early Bagan period. In the middle of the road, Indra pretended to be an old man wearing king's clothes with his horse. According to the tales, Gonsang Jangpyu was given the Arainamar spear. So it is questionable whether the Indra took back the Arainamar spear or gave Gonsang Jangpyu the spear. After that, the Arainamar spear fell into the hands of King Anorata, the son of the Gonsang Jangpyu king. The history of the spear became more prominent during the reigns of Anorata and Jansitha. The design of King Jansitha's Arainamar spear is well known. In the case of the Moon Princess Manisanda, King Anorata became angry with General Jansitha and threw his spear at him, but the spear did not hit Jansitha, but only to the rope that was tied to him. At that moment, Jansitha escaped from captivity and took his spear and fled. Jansitha obtained the Arainamar spear when he was not yet king, and the unique power of the spear became more apparent when it was in Jansitha's hands. One thing that is still questioned about the Arainamar spear is that it disappeared yet again after the demise of King Jansitha. Some say that King Jansitha did not pass on the Arainamar spear to King Alaungsitu and decided to put it as a shrine to a pagoda that he built. Some say that because King Narathu killed his father and brother, the Indra took back the Arainamar spear as a form of punishment. And some say that after King Narathu killed his father, King Alaungsitu, he regretted his actions and decided to bury the Arainamar spear at the Damarangi pagoda. However, the Arainamar spear disappeared yet again during the Bagan period. The Arainamar spear, which disappeared completely during the Bagan period, reappeared during the reign of King Alampaya in the Gongbang period. This time, although it was not as apparent in the Bagan area, bits and pieces of information about the Arainamar spear was included in the order issued by Indra. After the death of King Alaumir and the kings that came after, there were no apparent news about the Arainamar spear, but eventually a rumor arose during the reign of King Thibaumir. The creator of this rumor is Po Tudo Upo, who is famous for telling tales. While Upo was at his birth town of Hanlinji, he told the abbot Dharma that the Arainamar spear can only be used by the most holy and worthy individuals. This news eventually reached to Thibaumir, who immediately ordered a search for this spear. Upo, who was threatened with death if he did not find the spear, buried a random broken spear in the middle of the night. That is why it is said that the Arainamar spear found during the reign of King Thibaumir was just a spear made by Po Tudo Upo. If we look at the situation, has the Arainamar spear been lost since the Bagan era? Or has it disappeared until the Gongbang era? That is the question. In the age of modern science, some young people believe that the Arainamar spear never actually existed, but was created as a story to enhance the glory of ancient kings. If the spear was historically real, then where is it today? Is it in Bagan? Or did the Indra actually take back the spear? Are questions that arise in the minds of all who have read about the Arainamar spear. Please let us know of your thoughts on the Arainamar spear in the comments below.